Hello everybody, today is November 3rd, 2020. It is 43 degrees Fahrenheit, 6 degrees Celsius. In this video, I'll be hiking to the Skytop Tower on the grounds of the Mohonk Mountain House. The time right now is 9:30 a.m. and I'm very excited to go here because many of my friends and people I know tell me that this is their favorite hike in the region, and it's also a nice getaway for people who live in New York City. It is a little bit annoying to get here if you don't drive. I actually had to take the Grand Central train from I had to take the Metro North train from Grand Central Terminal, the Hudson line, all the way to the last stop, Poughkeepsie, and then I just got an Uber over here. But you can also take the bus to New Paltz from the Port Authority bus terminal and then get the Uber. It's a little bit cheaper that way, but I wanted to get here a little bit earlier. That's why I left from Grand Central Terminal. We got some information here on the Barn Museum, some guidelines for the hikers, and path and trail information. But let's get started. A quick note, I thought I was able to be dropped off at the mountain house itself. That's the hotel of this property, which is closest to the trail I wanted to hike at, but all the hikers, they need to be dropped off at this parking lot here. The gatehouse was over there, and as soon as my car service pulled in, they asked me if I had my hiking pass, which needs to be purchased online. So I showed them that, and I was able to enter the grounds. And there's also a restroom here with some snacks and drinks. But I think other than this, there is no food at the Mohonk Mountain House. Unless you're staying at the hotel, but that hotel I think costs like $700 a night. And also, this is my first time using my new camera, the DJI Osmo. Well, it's not called the Osmo anymore. They just got rid of the Osmo designation, the DJI Pocket 2. All right, let's go. This is the more difficult path. I read on the hiking map that they gave me, which is right over here, that this hike will take about an hour, and it's about 2.7 miles long. It is a little bit chilly today. Right now, I think this region of New York State is past peak foliage, past peak fall foliage, but we're still going to get a lot of good colors on the trees. It's about a week after peak fall foliage, I believe. I'm actually going to put my gloves on because it's getting windy already. Now I have heard that the Labyrinth section of this hike, which I'm planning to do, is very scenic, and it also includes quite a bit of difficult sections. Some of them involve crawling through small crevices and nooks and crannies, and there's even some ladders involved. Also, on the weekends during the autumn, this area gets a lot of guests, and sometimes it's even difficult to get into the grounds because there's so many people. Even with the hiking day pass you have to pay for it, which was $29, they still have a lot of people here. That's why I decided to come on a Tuesday when there's no one here as far as I can tell. It also helps that I got up earlier and I took the early train here. So the total cost for me to get here was $19.25 for the Metro North train, $2.75 for the subway to get to Grand Central Terminal, and it was about $36 for the Uber plus the tip, so it was about $40 for that. And then you have to pay for the hiking pass, which is $29. But it's still cheaper than if you were to stay here at the resort, because it's like $700 a night to stay here. And perhaps once I get to the Mountain House Hotel area on Lake Mohonk, you'll get to see why it costs so much money to stay here. If it wasn't for all these trees in the way, you'd probably see a great view of the hill past it. I don't remember if I mentioned about how long it took to get up here, but I had to take the 6:45 train from Grand Central Terminal, and I arrived here at 9:30 a.m. So approximately 2.5 hours. They got some notices that they need to entry fee required or a permit, because it is considered private property. I would imagine also, because of what's going on with COVID, that a lot of people will want to come here to get their exercise and socially distance themselves from people. You can see the treetops there. Still a lot of yellow and orange leaves that have yet to fall. My favorite time of the year is the autumn for hiking, especially around this time when it gets a little bit chilly so that the bugs don't come out and you have all the leaves turning colors. I guess with the Mohonk mountain house requiring all the hikers to be dropped off at the parking lot and having to go through this, I guess it weeds out the people who won't be able to do the difficult section. Because that difficult section, the labyrinth, is no joke. And I've seen and heard stories of people bringing their little kids thinking that it's a fun hike, and then they'll have to stop in the middle of that trail and turn around. And I guess if they can't do this, then don't even try to attempt the more difficult section. I have to say, this part of the hike isn't really too entertaining for me. It's just a straight road through the woods, and there really isn't much variance in terrain. I'm very looking forward to this Labyrinth trail that involves some rock scrambling and ledges. Okay, I think I'm about to reach a junction. Left or right. There should be signs telling me which way to go. Also, there's a sign over there saying no dogs. I know they're very strict on it. No pets allowed. Yep, this way. This way is to the gatehouse and parking lot. I wonder where this trail goes, but that's not mine, so I'm not going to go there or even check. North Lookout Road. Alright. Alright, so the hiking trail changed from the more difficult trail to the easier trail. I actually think these signs are more for mountain biking because I've seen those type of signs before in New York City on the Cunningham mountain biking trail. But this will be fun to mountain bike on. Also, what's very cool about this camera that I have not tried yet is the zoom function. So if I want, I can zoom in on this dead tree over here. Just 2 times, but at least I could focus on where I want everyone to see. Take a look at the leaves here. This is nice. I wonder if this trail will even get that many people today. It being a weekday, and election day too. All right, so more signs. Perfect. Seems like everything is to the left. I don't know why you want to go right, because they didn't put any points of interest to the right. There's another popular resort that's similar to the Mohonk mountain house called the Bear Mountain Inn. That one I know gets very popular with hikers and people who want to escape from the urban setting as well. Wow, it actually gets a little bit steep over here. Steeper than it looks. Just look at those trees rustling on the ground. Huh. Seems like the trail winds a little bit and then goes over there. Also seems like this auto road goes around the curve as well. I might have to cross it. Yep, my suspicions were confirmed. Vehicle traffic ahead. I don't think it should be a concern though, because right now there's not too much traffic. This auto road is not safe for pedestrians. No kidding. Doesn't even look like there's a shoulder here. No cars coming at all. It's a neat little bridge. Okay, so Skytop Tower, Lake Mohonk, Labyrinth, and Lemon Squeeze, and the show gardens to the right. And then over there I see a sign for the Fox Path. If you want to go this way, you can, to the Fox Path. Okay. Alright, so I'm already 23 minutes into this hike, and it's supposed to be an hour long. Then again, I probably spent like 5 minutes just for the introduction with the map in the beginning. I'm just joking. Okay. Is this another path? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh wait. No, yeah, that's not a path at all. Gets a little bit tricky sometimes when leaves, they litter the path, so it makes it very hard to follow. So that's why it's important to watch for the signs and also these trail markers on the trees when that happens. At least the sun is coming out now. I was afraid it was going to be cloudy the whole day, but we're getting a break in the weather. another sign. Where do I need to go now? All right, Huguenot Drive to the right, Mohonk House, that's where I need to go. Over here is Hemlock Lane towards the Garden Road. I'm not going there. Also a sign that says bicycles prohibited in this area. I don't really notice any animals or birds around. Don't know where they all went. There was one big predatory bird I saw before, but that was about it. And another sign, Huguenot Drive to Mohonk House, this way. And here's the Whitney Path again. Looks like there's some evergreen trees now and brushes. Here's a tree and the leaves are turning red. Alright, so I've been filming for half an hour and I have 70% battery left. Sounds like I'm doing pretty good. If this hike only takes an hour, then I'm making good progress. These trees are really blowing in the wind. Love this maple tree. All red leaves. Now, I haven't encountered a single person yet on this hiking trail. That's pretty incredible. I think the sun is completely out now. No clouds in this portion of Mohonk Mountain House. Okay, so now we have options. The easier path is to the left, to the Skytop Tower, but I'm going to go to the right towards Lake Mohonk and the Labyrinth. Feels like I've been walking on this trail for quite a while already. It's already been over 35 minutes. Wow, this wind is pretty strong now. Oh wow, look at this. This is the Labyrinth Path. There's also an overlook here, so let's check it out. Wow, I can already tell the view here is going to be amazing. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, there's the Mohonk Mountain House, the hotel and resort. Over there, let me zoom in. That's as much as I can zoom, but you get the idea. Quite windy up here too. Alright, let's go. Before I freeze to death up here from the winds. That was a nice little area there. Wow, even some more wooden overlooks. I think this will be perfect for me because I'm going to be recording the hike all the way up to the skytop tower, and then when I come back I'll take pictures. Oh wow, this is gorgeous. Look at this. There's even a lower one too, down there. And I see some benches behind me. Alright, I'm at 60% battery. Good to know that the battery life on this camera is pretty decent. There's a shortcut to the skytop and lily pond, the fox path. It's good that they have all these signs telling people where to go. Sometimes those hiking maps can be a little bit confusing to look at, especially if they're all in black and white and the trails intersect each other. So good job on Mohonk Mountain House for putting up all those signs telling people where to go. I'm excited to see this Mohonk Mountain House building from the outside. With the hiking pass, I'm not allowed to go inside. Look at that, it's even so cold that there's an icicle hanging from the ledge there. Several, as a matter of fact. Look at that. The first people I've encountered on the trail this entire hike. 2 people. I want to hike in some sun. It's not too pleasant to be hiking in all this shade with all the wind. Here's the Apple seats. Seems to me on the LCD it looks a little bit overexposed. The background looks all white. Okay, so here there's a split in the path, left path and the right path, and there's no sign. I think I'll pick the right because it looks a little bit more paved, and it also looks like it's a more direct route to the mountain house. Seems the camera turns the sky blue if I point it all the way up. If it's straight like this, it stays white. That's pretty interesting. I have to say, this is a very nice resort. There's a lot of grounds, a lot of space for people to do activities and relax. And it's not too far from New York City. Two and a half hours by public transportation plus car service. Okay, there's a sign up there. Let's see what it reads. It says, "Attention hiking guests, please make note of this location. Your return trip to the gatehouse parking lot begins here." Because car service and shuttles are not allowed to transport hiking guests. And oh my goodness, this is even more beautiful in person than what I've seen online and through pictures. This is a nice shop too. But here it is, folks, the Mohonk Mountain House. Plus Lake Mohonk. It is so tranquil here. It feels like I've entered into a place of Zen and deeper spirituality. Wow, there's a whole cliff there. You can hike across this lakefront. All right, so I want to know now how I get to the Labyrinth Trail. All right, perfect. So up is to the conference house, council house, Skytop Tower, and Lakeshore Road, which is the lower path over there, goes to the Labyrinth, Open Camp, and the Lakeshore Path. So let's go this way. So this way is the Skytop Path. I'll let you read what this looks like. Let me just go over here. I'll show you the council house and the conference house first, because this looks pretty nice. I'll just go back to the start of the other trail once I show these, but it's pretty nice up here. Conference house, it is gorgeous. But I guess this will be the path I'll be taking on the way down. All right, so Lakeshore Path to the left. Okay.
I'd love to get a picture of them if they want to fly over here.
Lakeshore Path. Seems like this spot is filled with some guests already, but seems kind of quiet right now. This Lakeshore Path is so unbelievable. All right, I'm at 50% battery now, and no way, the labyrinth's closed? It's closed? Oh my gosh. It says path closed. I wanted to do this. Well, it was the thought that counted. Too bad. I wonder why it's closed. Well, that's what happens when you come and you don't know what to expect. Here's the spring path to Mohonk Spring and the stair cliff path. And I guess this is another path to the labyrinth. And this is closed as well, but I'm not going to go inside, but you can see why this is a very interesting hike, and it's very fun because you have all these crevices and places to climb at. Yeah, I really don't see the reason why it's closed. Probably something happened in the trail where some parts are blocked or it's too dangerous. But we didn't really get too much inclement weather. But regardless, I still am going to hike to the Skytop Tower. I have to say, I am disappointed right now because I was very looking forward to that Labyrinth Path. Access to mountain house and porches is for registered guests only. Very exclusive. This kind of looks fun. Well, at least I could show you some part of a labyrinth type hike that I would have experienced if that was open. This is really nothing. Alright, back to the skytop path. Now I feel like I won my $29 back because I was looking forward to that hike. But regardless, let's just enjoy the rest of the hike and the grounds. With any luck, maybe I'll climb up here, and by the time I get back down, it'll be open. All right. This looks fun as well. We definitely get a better view up here. Oh wow, let's check this out. Pavilion. Well, this is pretty neat. Looks a little bit old-fashioned. And if I may, a little bit in need of renovation as well. Well, now I know for next time, before I do any kind of attraction, I should call up the place and make sure it's still open, instead of just assuming it will be. Well, this is part of the labyrinth. It's very tight in there, as you can tell. Wow, a lot of these paths are closed. What's going on? Reservoir Path is closed too. The views just keep getting better and better towards the top. So this path is supposed to be half an hour to the top. Wow, this is quite the picture. This might be another path going to the Labyrinth, but that's closed, as we all know. Yeah, it is. Looks like this fence needs to be repaired. It's actually quite steep here. Some exposed pipe down there. Wow. I am pretty high up right now. Thurston Rock. Let's check this out. Oh, that's cool. It's a overlook of the west side. There's people there though, I don't want to bother them. I'll give it a check once I come back down. Wow, this view. Rubbing medallion. Goodness, this is amazing. Oh, the sky top tower's over there. This trail's not bad at all. Has some steep sections, but still very manageable. Okay, here's the money shot coming up. So windy there. Now I wonder if the Sky Top Tower itself is closed or not. It's right there. That doesn't look like an official part of the trail. Hopefully this loops around and I can get to that area. If not, then I'll just climb that section to get out of here. Alright, I'm glad I didn't take the shortcuts because this view here looks very, very good. Don't you agree? I think that's the reservoir. And let's take this path here and go around. Alright, that's a shortcut to come up here. The path that I missed coming up this way. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, Sky Top Tower, time to climb some more because I gotta go to the top. It's not complete unless I go up. It's built in 1921. Wow, windy here. This reminds me of the CN Pagoda in Taiwan when I visited in December. Let's see which one has a better view. I actually like these little things you can see from the side. Nice view of the reservoir. The wind's just howling. Woo! Feels like I'm in a castle. Alright, I'm gonna wash my head here because I can see this being a problem for some. Alright, is this the top?
Yeah, well, if I stand
Oh,
up here,
wow.
I just want to stand
It's
up.
beautiful.
And,
Whoa. Nope, this is the top actually. But, wow.
okay, one more at a time.
My goodness, it's so windy. Whew. Wow. Thank goodness I'm not wearing a hat. It would blow right off here. Whew. Alright folks, I think this does it for this video. If you enjoyed it, just be sure to smash the like button for me, because it was not easy getting here from New York City, waking up so early, and then coming up here and finding out that the Labyrinth Path was closed. But at least I got up to the Skytop Tower, so subscribe if you haven't already to the channel,
Have a great day.
and I will see you next time. Take it easy.